more you want from someone living in a car? I'm not human. You said that you are fighting for your community. So I asked you for details. And then I gave you more ideas that you could do with those details. But going back to this, you told off a trans person for asking if they should leave the country out of fear. And you said, stick around and fight back, grow a backbone. I'm fighting for my community. What you have described of your actions is not consistent with that. So I'm like, first off, like I'm saying, you shouldn't have said that, even though you are correct. And like the mentality that you have around it makes sense, sure. But at the same time, you're not actually doing the thing. You're not doing the thing. You're not fighting for your community right now. I get that you're homeless. I get that you are living in a car. I get that you don't have the full material conditions available to you to do this at a larger scale. But none of the things that you listed are doing that. You need to, form communication regularly. You have to make them like you. You have to talk to your neighbors first. That's step one. All I want you to do is talk to people. Talk to people in the community. Go for a walk. Say hi to strangers. Go and, become friends with the fire department. Go hang out at the library. Bias sucks. I'm a union contract action team member. Based, Bias sucks. Depending on what your field is, the fact that you're unionized in the United States means it's probably something with like construction, manufacturing, something like that, right? Like your trade stuff. So you will easily get a visa to Australia. So there you go. Like that's one way out. Hi, there's an old saying about fighting battles that you can win. True. You should not derail from someone asking for help. True. Not human. Fuck that. Locals think I'm a freak. I stay online. And that's why you're going to die. That's our fucking problem. That's the entire issue right there, lined up. Every goddamn American thinks that everybody but them is a demon, thinks that they're a freak, hates them, does not want anything to do with anyone in their community. Everybody outside the walls that I live in is an enemy. I'm like, great, so you're committed to death. Why the fuck are you talking about why other people shouldn't flee just because you've committed suicide? No, not human is not based. Hyper-individualism is what got us here. Hyper-individualism is what's killing this country. The fact that you people would rather die than talk to your fucking neighbors is insane. It's psychotic to a degree that is the end of civilization shit. Opposite of hyper-individualism, that's not what you're doing. Your actions are not the opposite of hyper-individualism. Your actions are. Your mentality clashes with your actions. You have this cognitive dissonance where you're not processing the fact that you are not doing anything for your community, for yourself. You are actively allowing the situation to get worse when you know. Okay, great. You're at the public library. Are you going to talk to strangers? Or are you going to, you don't have to, okay, great, love that, I hope they do. Please, if you hear me, go and talk to your neighbors, guys. The fact that nobody talks to each other, nobody wants to be friends in their community, that's what's killing America. We're all alone, all of us. We're gonna, if let's say we had another recession, how many of you are willing, or do you think that you're able to go to your neighbors and get food for free because you can't afford it? Not many, I would guess to say. But if you talk to your neighbors and you have a cohesive community, then financial struggles are significantly less harmful to the entire community than they would be otherwise. Whereas you see this a lot in super right-wing rural communities. They do have this kind of community. They do have this kind of but they just don't believe in the right thing. But it's the individualism that comes in. The hyper-individualism of the average American is what has brought us here. Bias sucks, sorry, I missed what you said about my union occupation. I'm a janitor. Look, if you're in a union and you work in a tradey type position, you can definitely get a visa to Australia, but there's also there's other methods that you could do. Join the Discord. There's some info about emigrating out of the United States there that you can find and you might want to share with some of your friends. This channel is underrated. True. You guys gotta go and drop me a like on YouTube. And yeah. I agree so much. The individualist corporate drone mentality is actually death cult shit. You say it a lot, but it's been hitting me a lot as of late. Like Lanky Sapien, you can take this away from just action too. Like I can give you examples of this exact mentality being in place and just popping up on, like, once they're implemented, the material conditions and the psychological conditions declining is this type of mentality. Go back over the things I've said today because you misread a couple of the things out loud. My apologies. Chat goes very fast. If you want me to correct something, you're gonna have to tell me what I did wrong because there's too much to go through and I'm actually working right now. So, you know, can't really be wasting my time like that. How do I suss out the bastards? Man, like, it's just people who don't have empathy. You can't help anyone unless you help yourself first. Individual always comes first, and you're wrong about this, and it's okay. I'm not saying individualism is bad in any way. See, this is the problem. It's all black or white with you people. There's no gray area. Of course, you have to put your own mask on before you help someone else on a plane. Yes, you need to help yourself before you can help others. But that's not what I mean. That's normal society. You need the individualism and you need the community. We have only hyper individualism and no community. All of our communities are online. An online community is a facsimile. It cannot create the same benefits, the same like outcomes as in-person social interaction does. And so like there is a difference there. It's not individualism is bad. It's not bad. Too much individualism with no focus on community. That's what's bad. In America, we strive towards improving our own lives, becoming rich, and in China, they strive toward, I don't care about China, but like, that is true. In America, we strive towards improving our own lives, whereas in a country that gives a shit about its citizens, which, again, like, I am not CCP pilled, so I'm not gonna say it's China, would be trying to improve the lives of the community as well. My interpretation of what a functional economic system would be the benefits that the individual gets would benefit the community, because the system would be set up in that the individual benefiting benefits the community, and benefit to the community benefits the individual. That's how it's always worked for human history, minus the people that come in and take a cut like the monarchs. Okay, so I'm not wasting my time on that either. Not human. If you want answers to your things, if you get what you get. I need to bring my girlfriend if I migrate. Would it be possible to do with that with a work visa? Maybe, depending on what job she has. It might be possible to get her on an asylum visa. I don't think you actually have to be trans to get an asylum visa right now. I think it's not particularly easy, but at the same time, like, there is significant amount of evidence that you could put forward that would help that picture get across to Office of Home Affairs. But also there is like the idea of there's visas where you can come and live in Australia for 6 months to a year, and you just have to spend like a month or two working in a specific industry, whether it's farming, whether it's all of that's on Discord, so you know it's there. But yeah, I agree with you, depraved ambiance. The only thing that Captain Buggy is ever really wrong on is China. I let people like you masturbate the community. All right, you're taking a timeout, man. Your brain is fried. I need you to not human. I need you to go touch some grass. Like, actually go physically outside of the library that you're in, put your hand on the ground and touch some grass. And then come back tomorrow, because I've had enough of you. They're not, like, incorrect or anything. Just for the rest of you, like, understand. It's just the amount of brain damage that I would have to go through to respond to that comment was not worth it. Okay, moving back on to the economy. you.